Everyone is familiar with the watch brand Casio. Prices range from very affordable to high, and one shouldn't discount the brand's status as a statement piece. It's rugged and dependable, and associated with a lifestyle full of action and adventure. There's a reason the Casio name is widely known. But there's one model in particular that everyone, from the lowest man on the totem pole to CEOs, have worn at some point or another because of its low cost and practical efficiency. I'm talking about the Casio F91W. Anyone born in the 80s or 90s probably remembers this watch from their childhood. In fact, this watch, or one of its many no-name counterfeits, may have been your first one. It first appeared in 1989, and since then Casio has been producing 3 million of these watches every year. With a 10-year battery life and a reliable quartz movement, not much has changed since it first came out. The only noticeable difference being that the old amber light for illumination has been replaced by a green LED. It's water resistant but not waterproof, so care should be taken around water-based activities. It's the perfect digital watch to add to your daily gadget arsenal. Truth be told, I'd wager the majority of people in the Western world don't actively use a watch solely to tell the time. We use our phones for that. There are watches that measure our heart rates, track every step, gauge our sleep quality, and yes, connect to lots of functions on our phones. In fact, most people who use a watch tend to work manual labor jobs or jobs that require phones be put away for security or hygiene reasons. Even then, the separation is usually temporary and not the majority of the day. Utility aside, it also serves as a signal of status and values. As an example, no one who requires absolute precision timekeeping uses a Rolex, but using it serves a different purpose and conveys a different kind of message depending on the context and intent. So why would people who are wealthy enough to wear whatever watch they want, people so important that they could probably ask any company for a free example to wear prominently for everyone to see, why would these people choose a watch that you could buy on Amazon for less than $12 shipped to your door? Well, for one, to signal to some people that their practicality is one of their most important values, that they haven't lost touch with the everyday person. To their peers, it's a different message entirely, that they're savvy enough to understand that in a game where optics matter, every last detail can be picked apart. These same people do indeed have various high-end watches, some more expensive than people's living spaces. But watching elite leadership, whether of a country or an organization, flaunting their place in society on screen with high-cost material goods doesn't play well on the 24/7 o'clock news cycle that we have in today's world. They know it can breed a special and dangerous kind of resentment, whether the battle space is political or smack dab in the middle of an actual shooting war. Perception is crucial in gaining support and momentum that good leadership understands. Of course, beyond the political side, there's a more simple and brutal aspect of utility to this watch, and it's due to the ability to function as a timer. Analysis of time bomb style IEDs showed that this Casio was the preferred model of watch to set the detonation time to. It was cheap, widespread, and given to recruits of Al-Qaeda at bomb-making training centers. There was controversy surrounding the possession of the item. Documents stated that there was a likelihood of involvement with the group if a person had this watch and was captured around an area that had recently been attacked. But there was the argument that such a cheap watch produced in vast numbers could simply be useful. Afghanistan, of course, is one of the poorest countries in the world, where the population's Muslim faith would require regular prayer times to be kept track of. So why this watch and not any other equally cheap watch? Consistency and reliability. Casio has this watch down to such a science that every watch is virtually identical to the next. It will perform almost exactly alike within the intended time frame. Even as early as 1996, 2 men were on trial for doing terror things using batteries and a commonly available Casio watch. Is that a smoking gun though? Is this watch really the preferred watch of terrorists? Is this really a well-deserved piece of the reputation of the watch at all? Personally, I don't think so. Business tycoons and former presidents use this watch. Everyday people use this watch. You can't deny that for the price, it's a very, very good deal. In fact, I think it should be impressive that a watch from the late 80s, before the rise of gadgets with planned obsolescence being a feature, is still widely used throughout the world today. Used by many people, from the infamous to the famous, and every man in between. It's seriously cheap enough for you to try out yourself and see if it fits into your EDC rotation, either as a timepiece or, if you're like me, as a way to connect to something larger and remember what a wild, unpredictable mishmash of experiences this world of ours is. I hope this piqued your curiosity into checking this watch out. I'm not getting paid for this, I just really like this watch. If you liked how I presented some of that interesting trivia, hit that like button. And if you want to see where I take the channel in the future, hit that subscribe button. Until the next video, be good, stay safe, and have a good one.